Hello? Oh, there we go. I'm impatient. It's amazing I take the bus at all. So I live on State Route 14 in western Skamania County. If anybody's familiar with the Iris Farm, Chattondale. We live across the street in the house that used to be the gas station, built in 1931 when 14 was open all the way through. So that's kind of cool. And we learned very quickly there was no incognito living in that house. We moved here from Palm Beach County, Florida. Boo, I know. Almost 5 years ago, had a lot of incognito there and moved to a small community and very quickly fell in love with Skamania County and the Gorge. So as was introduced, I worked at People for People in Stevenson for almost 4 years. That's part of the work source system. We have the WIOA programs. We help people fundamentally get training and jobs. And not quite 1 month ago, I started my new role, so you'll have to excuse me for getting out my notes because I don't have everything memorized yet. I've been describing my new role as a tsunami of information, so I'm happy to answer questions, but I don't have many answers yet. And then we'll talk a little bit more about transportation. So right now, I am the Housing Resource Center Manager at Columbia Cascade Housing Corporation, which is a part of Mid-Columbia Housing Authority. So I do now, drive from my house to the Dalles. I actually looked the other day to check what the transit map suggested, and it said there were no options. That could be because of the time of day. Because I know the bus drives by my house 5 times a day, because I am a flag stop and I can walk out there and flag them down. Anybody can, actually, at my location if you're interested. And my husband thought this was so cool, he got me the bus stop sign because my beloved 2007 yellow PT Cruiser that I bought, brand new, dream car, I don't want to hear about it, may have stopped working. And I took the bus pretty regularly from my house into Stevenson when I was working there. Had a great time, especially on the morning ride with Kyle. Those of you who know Kyle know what I'm talking about. Yeah, right? Yay, Kyle. So Mid-Columbia Housing Authority and Columbia Cascade Housing Corporation, just to give you a very brief overview of what we do. We serve 5 counties in the Gorge: Skamania, Klickitat, Hood River, Wasco, and Sherman. And there are 4 primary ways that we serve the Columbia Gorge community, and we serve the residents of the community from housing stabilization all the way through to housing ownership. We are probably best known for having federal rental assistance, also known as HUD and Section 8. What you may not know is that we write checks for about $750,000 a month to local landlords. You're welcome. We have resident services and asset building, which helps support the people we serve, including financial education classes. On the Columbia Cascade Housing Corporation side, we own, build, and manage affordable housing. We currently have 24 complexes and about 450 units in the Gorge. And yay, yesterday our executive director, Karen Long, just signed the closing paperwork for our new property in Hood River, Mariposa Village. So we should be breaking ground in about a month. That is going to be a 130-unit low-income housing project, and it's right by Walmart on Rand Road. Don't ask me more details, that's as much as I know. But we're really, really excited about that, and we have some other projects, a 76-unit project in the Dalles that we're working on, and some other things as well. We also are working on a community land trust model. We're getting ready to ask for some funding for Carson. It's going to be 14 houses. Columbia Cascade Housing Corporation will own the land. People will own the homes. So it's a way to keep houses affordable. And they will remain affordable for at least 99, if not 198 years in Skamania County. So because we will own the land and lease the land to the homeowners, we're hoping, tariff roller coasters notwithstanding, that we can keep the price of the houses about half of what a median home price is in Skamania County right now. So keep an eye out. We're getting ready to roll out that, which is one of the things I'm doing. And then last but not least, we have homeownership services, which are open to people of all income levels, Very important. I think people associate us with low income only. We're not. That includes first-time buyer education and counseling, foreclosure counseling, prevention, and home repair programs. So, long story short, we have a lot of people who need to get to a lot of places, and we have a lot of people who live in a lot of places who don't have transportation, right? So, I asked one of the people on the Mid-Columbia housing side, Sonia, who a lot of you may know, Sonia Chavez, who works with the financial stability piece, and she's one of our educators who also teaches the classes. And she has somebody who was able to get a Gorge pass through the program that is offered, and that has changed the person's life because the person is going from Murdoch, which she was kind enough to tell me is by Dowsport, to the Dalles every day for work, and she takes public transportation to do that. We also have a lot of stories of people, both when I worked in workforce and now in housing, who use public transportation to get to work, just as I did. And I have been on a lot of the committees. I helped form that strategy. I lived somewhere very, very, very populous, Palm Beach County, Florida, that had terrible public transportation. And to live somewhere with a lot fewer people and better public transportation says a lot about the work that MCED and that those 5 transit authorities have done. And it's something that I'm most proud of living here in the Gorge.